Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. Or should I say Monday? It's Monday part 2. Welcome to the stream, another episode of Tree City Live. This is episode 73. Kind of a quiet day, but we got a couple people here. What's up, Janet Rakuten? What's up, CJR? What's up, Kadani BM? BM in the house. What's up, Shaka Vibes? So cool to see the hash heads in the chat. I love that. So cool. Hope you guys are having a good day. But yeah, let's dive right into it. Got a lot to talk about today. Got some notes on a couple different topics, but let's start the day off looking at crypto bubbles as always, and kind of a red day. After a couple days of pumping, we're starting to see the altcoins pull back quite a bit. To be honest, this is my first time looking at the charts today. It's been such a busy day. I worked all day, and then after work, we went and voted. So, it's just a kind of a gentle pullback. You see Cardano down 3%, Near down 8%. Wemix had a huge pump. If we zoom out, it's still 41% on the week, but it pulled back about 15% on the day. Nothing too crazy there. We got Tezos up 5%, Crow up 5%. Love seeing Crow up 5%, up 60% on the month. This is nice. This is one of my big bull run buys last bull run in 2021. I've been kind of stuck with the full bag of Crow, and I've just been staking it on the exchange and just earning more tokens. You know, every couple weeks, just restake it. Or I guess months. It's like a 3-month stake. What's up, Edwin? Welcome, welcome. When are you posting how to set up your node video? Yeah, we could do that on stream. Why not? Check out pGTC. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's on the agenda. We're actually going to take a deep dive into pGTC. First, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Yeah, I definitely want to understand the project a little better. But yeah, we'll talk about that. So, Bitcoin chart's looking a little weird on the 4-hour here. We have this strange candle with this huge pump up to 35,909. So it basically touched 36,000 and came right back to 3,000. The fact we're above 35,000 is crazy that we feel bearish right now. Like this is so crazy. You know, just a couple weeks ago we were sitting way down here. You know, 26,000, 27,000. Made a quick pit stop at 28,000, and then boom, currently sitting at 35,300. So Bitcoin's looking nice and healthy here. This is exciting to see. Starting to look like a little rising wedge. This might be a kind of an M pattern, like a little double top here. That's usually a bearish sign. You could see on the 4-hour RSI starting to look a little cooked. It's getting pretty high here. So that's another bearish sentiment. So we're starting to see some bearish confluence in the candlestick pattern, in the RSI. Whoops. RSI's tapped out on the 4 hours. We're kind of running into resistance at the top of the pattern, so I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin at least didn't come down to the top of the pattern. Hopefully the golden pocket holds and we make another move upward. 2 hours ago, Bitcoin gained 1.5%, but then it came right back down on that little scam wick there. Bullish Bitcoin, let's fucking go 40K. Yeah, I do think 40K is in the cards. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a Thanksgiving pump. You know, that'd be nice to see. But what else we got moving today? Let's move into the upside. Got Tezos up near 85 cents. That's nice to see. This is another one of those coins that I've just been accumulating over the years, and I just have it staked. You get nice returns when you're staking Tezos on chain. So it's just one I've been holding. I think last bull run I got up to like $3 or $4. It's an older coin though. A lot of people don't talk about it. It's not like a hot new flashy technology, but they do have a pretty solid following. Coin got as high as $9 in October 2021. As low as 60 cents, currently sitting at 85 cents. I got a bunch of green candles in the row. Shout out to the 7 watchers. If you guys could come over to the Twitter, retweet the show tweet. We're streaming over on Twitter. We're also on Twitch TV. We're on Kick, but the party's really over here on YouTube. So try to get some more hash heads in here. Go ahead and retweet the stream over on Twitter. That'd be awesome. But let's go take a look at the ecosystem. See how things are looking on Dex Screener. 40K Bitcoin would be wild, especially this early. You know, I didn't really expect Bitcoin to get above 30,000 this quickly, especially with no ETF news. You know, there's no, technically, it might be pricing in the ETF, but an ETF is not a thing yet. So let's switch over to the main watch list here. Bitcoin still holding that level, that 4.5 level, kind of seeing a bit of a pullback. I say Bitcoin, I meant Zen. This is Zen on ETH. But it's really holding that 4.5 level, between 4.5 and 4.6. It's holding that pretty strong, so that's good to see. You know, maybe we'll break out of this wedge. I forgot who called this. Someone told me to draw this last night. I forget who it was. They said it looked like a big wedge. That would be nice if we got up there, but as always, every stream I say, you never know what's going to happen with Zen. The supply is so dynamic. There could be a bunch of mints come out tomorrow. They get dumped on the decks and the price goes way down. You know, we've seen it happen, you know, a million times. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, mints are profitable. Take your profits for sure. You know, it's just kind of a side effect of Zen is the price action on the chart. Levin's law, if you will. But yeah, it's good to see it holding this 604.5 area. Hopefully we'll come back to the top of the pattern, come up and test 607 again. That'd be nice. There's definitely a strong support here, which is odd to see. It's good. Another big down day on Optimism's end, down 20%, just about. 706, is that a new all-time low? Nah, it had a couple wicks down. But it's heading there. It's heading. It might be retaking this wick all the way down here at 705. Optimism Zen is an interesting one because of the amp. It's a kind of a different beast. We got P-Zen basically holding steady. Still kind of in the slight uptrend here, holding support. Around 8037. I still have a bit of P-Zen. I was gonna burn it in DB-Zen, but I was kind of watching the lobbies on Zen.pub, trying to find a good day when there's not too many burners. Man, some people come in that lobby and just burn so much Zen. It's crazy. And you know exactly who it is.
Shut the fuck up.
So we got DB-Zen over here. DB-Zen's still under $1. It's kind of holding it strong. You see these wicks are still moving up. Getting higher lows on the wicks, which is good. I mean, that means there's a bit of support forming here, but just to see it under $1 is still crazy to me. I really need to watch it around like 10, 11 a.m. and catch one of these wicks down. You know, right when the tokens release. Got as low as 80 cents a couple days ago. 66 cents on this wick down on Halloween. Man, that would have been juicy. What's up, Tazanian? Welcome. Shout out to the 11 watchers. Thank you guys for being here. Just going over some charts before we take a look at some things. All right. That's kind of interesting. DB-Zen on the alt chains are pumping. It's not really pumping though. It's only 2 cents. It was down so much that it's up 20%. Yeah, look at that wick. What happened there? That is a weird candle. Got as low as 0057 and then as high as... It's like someone buying and selling large amounts and not knowing what they're doing. Same deal over on Polygon DXN. The price is way down, but it says it's up 20% because it was down so much over the last few days. Got all the way down to $0.015 on Polygon. That's crazy. Currently sitting at 4.5 cents. A couple months ago, this got as high as 15 cents. We had a couple wicks up there, 25 cents, but it was actually hitting 14, 15 cents. All the way down to 4 cents. I think a lot of people are losing confidence in DBZen, unfortunately. I like it though. It gives me, I always have some native coin to claim for my Zen mints. So speaking of which, I actually have some Zen mints to claim tonight. We got Pulse Chain DBZen, still over $1, still over the price of Pulse Chain or of DBZen on Ethereum. That's interesting. I mean, who saw that coming? That's crazy. DBZen over on ETH is 99 cents. DBZen on Pulse Chain is $1.06. That's pretty wild. I think this has a ways to go though. There's still a lot of supply to be released into that coin. So we got 9-inch down 15%, still kind of making this taking the airdrop plunge. I think a lot of people discovered their tokens in their wallets and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this." But yeah, I mean, this is pretty rough right here. There's not much to go off. It's kind of in price discovery to the downside. Like, how low is it going to go? Maybe draw a fib. Needs to get back up there before I'm interested. Might have to remove this one from the watch list. I think I got like 800,000. It's currently worth 20 bucks. I was hoping something was gonna have it. I'll just keep it in there. We'll come back to it. I'll find it one day in Pulse Chain. It'll either be worth $5 or it'll be worth 200. We'll see. I'm taking it off the watch list. Goodbye, 9-inch. Goddamn Zen, up 70% on the hour, but down 60% on the day. It's kind of a weird coin. Absolutely no liquidity, less than 70 bucks of liquidity. So we're gonna skip right over that one. Titan X. How's the oof looking? They're making trying to get out of the green box. So this will be our first pivot, I guess. It was interesting. I was kind of looking around Twitter earlier, and one of the cool features about Deck Screener is you can pop an address into it to see when certain addresses buy. And I saw this guy did it for the Titan X buy and burn address to see like when it was being bought and burned, and it was really just that one day. So I kind of wanted to see that. That's something you can actually track. It's kind of interesting. So like I went and found the Etherscan buy and burn address of Titan X, and we can pop that right into, and you can see all these calls, buy and burn, buy and burn. You pop that into the maker filter, and then you can see all the times that the buy and burn is bought. That's crazy. It's quite a bit. Let me see. What's the best way to do this? So there's a bunch of buys. And you can also see the transaction history on the bottom. So it's basically buying an ETH at a time over and over and over again. And that is just so much ETH. Just buying and burning Titan X. That's crazy. It's like a liquidity provider's dream, right? It's just moving sideways. Just buying and burning all those fees. There's just so many 1 ETH buys. But I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, if you guys wanted to check out, you can see how frequently the contract is actually buying and burning, how often it's being triggered. I don't think we're going to follow this on the show or anything, but I know some of you guys are into Titan X. You know, I have a couple miners going, so figured I'd show you how that works. Looks like the most recent one was today. What is this? Doesn't say. Scroll to the top of the transaction history. Yeah, like 2 p.m. Another ETH buy. That's crazy. So it's not new purchasers, it's burning. No, it's one wallet that's doing the buying and burning. So these are all the purchases of Titan X. And it's just the same. This is the buy and burn wallet. So you can see this just allows you to track every time Titan X is bought and burned. So you take the buy and burn address and you pop it into the maker filter in Dex Screener. Shout out to this guy, Mr. X1. I have no idea who this is, but I saw this and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. You can see when it buy and burns. Like you can even get it down to the 1 minute and you can see like, like look at that. Talk about price manipulation, right? There's the buy and burn in action. It's 1 ETH buys over and over. That's what that would look like. That's what that is. That's pretty crazy, right? Then there's just this one over here from earlier today. But yeah, you can kind of track them. They kind of come in these big. I wonder if you could long this somewhere, like on Rollbit or something. Yeah, that when you see these, boom. Like just set a bunch of liquidity down here and then pull it out at the top. Like, that's so crazy. So, I thought that was interesting. Just something to kick the show off with. But let's go talk about the Grays. What is it? The Grays Council? The Grays coin? TGZen? That thing is absolutely flying right now. So I definitely participated in the burn, the TGZen burn. I have a couple videos about it. It was one of my first Zen videos, actually. And also one of the first videos I ever did the AI stuff with. I used to have this like old playlist, the AI crypto review, where I would just review white papers 6 months ago. And the first one was TGZen, Understanding Proof of Burn, First Principles, the Ouroboros Effect. Basically just talking about their white paper and stuff. Ran it through But, so TGZen was, I don't want to say it's a failure, because, you know, the pTGC is doing pretty well. But what had happened was, I wonder if we can even find... How do we find the TGZen contract address? So they kind of rugged TGZen on ETH. Let me do this. But then they moved that liquidity to Pulse Chain, and they launched an airdrop for everybody that burned for TGZen. So it actually ended up being way better. And then all these degens on Pulse Chain come and see this coin flying. Yeah, you can see there's the liquidity rug pull right there. They basically bought and sold all the tokens. And there's some that was burned. It's stuck in the contract. There's some TGZen still existing. I think the coin might still exist. I mean, they can't, like, you know, turn off the coin. I might have some, actually. So anybody that burned their Zen for TGZen then received the airdrop of the DAO token, which was part of the original deal, but man, nobody expected this. Today it's up 174%. So when I received mine, I received 100 million. I sold half of it. And if I would have held it, it would have been worth about $600 today. But I did have the 50 million that I had. So that's why I only sold half of it. And I took some profits on that. And I mean, just look at that. That's a crazy chart. We've been watching this for the last couple days. And we saw it fly out of that little wedge. But man, who saw that coming? It blew right through each of the 618s. We were talking about this at 609. And it's currently at 506. So it lost a 0 and some. That's crazy. 220% this morning. Like this is like bull market vibes. Like it was crazy in 2021 messing with Binance chain coins, waking up every day to charts like this. Up 880%. What? 880% since November 4th. Like that's insane. That is just crazy. And if we zoom in on the 1 minute, it's not really going anywhere. I mean, people are buying the dip. And the nice thing is that they also have staking. So I started looking into the coin earlier. So shout out to these guys. They're pretty funny. The one dude in the Twitter spaces drives me nuts when they have the weird voices and stuff. Like I just want to listen to it. But then like this creepy like voice comes over. But they're nice people. They're nice guys. So shout out to them. Go give them a follow. Pulse TGC. It's part of the Graze currency. So instead of TGZen, you get the Pulse TGC. And you can do some pretty cool stuff for it. Or with it. You come over to their website, pulsechain.thegrazecurrency.com. It's fully decentralized, fully autonomous, fully deflationary. They have a set supply, locked liquidity. Staking with no time constraints. You can earn high APY rewards based on market volume, earn PLS by participating in the market DAO, and collect rewards at any time. They are audited by Solid Proof. Let's check out. Yeah, that looks legit. March 2023. It's a low risk level. That's good to see. And one of their main features is the staking. So you can come over, you can, if you participated in the Zen burning, you got the airdrop, you can come over here and stake it, and then you can earn more TGC. Maybe we'll do that real quick. Since I have it, why not? I took some profits, but I kept a little moon bag. Might as well stake it. Alien rug. It looks like a honeypot, doesn't it? Shaka says it's worth looking into. It has some killer tokenomics built into it, taking advantage of the bots. Yeah, for sure. I heard they were going for like that Atropa vibe, where they're just getting into everything. Like creating all these crazy liquidity pairs all across the Pulse chain ecosystem. I don't really understand it. I'm not sure the benefit of that, but is this full? Hopefully I can still stake. Sometimes the staking pools fill up and yeah, let's see. Oh, it's a time lock. You get rewards for holding and you get double the rewards if staked. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. It's a reflections token, right? So we'll stake what's left of my 100 million airdrop. I got 10% left. I took some profits. I sold 50% when I received it, and then I sold the rest earlier at the top. And then I kept 10 million, you know, just for a little moon bag. See what happens with it. Now we'll lock it up in here, and I just keep this staked indefinitely. I thought it was going to ask me how long I wanted to stake it. So I can withdraw it at any time, I guess. I keep waiting for it to take a good dip, but not happening. You get rewards for holding, you get double the rewards of stake. 1% wallet hold, 1% stake. Nice, nice. Earn more reflection rewards by locking your stake tokens. Delay gratification and provide confidence. That's what I thought staking was. Total staked. So I can lock it. Minimum of 90 days. See, when I do stuff like this, I like to like I wish I could do New Year's Eve. Like I have so many mints and like unlocks and stakes ending on New Year's Eve just because it's easy to remember. Like, oh, I have to do all this crypto stuff. Maybe my birthday. How many days until May 18th? 193 days. So let's lock it up for 193 days. Am I going to regret this? Is this going to absolutely explode and I wish I had that 10 million? It's alright. It'll be a birthday present. As long as I don't forget about it. Do I get a penalty if I forget about it? That's a good question. I should probably ask first. You know you're about to get rugged. Queen the Dev comes on a space making quote unquote alien noises. That's funny. Don't lock yet until you understand. Nah, it's good. I don't want to understand. I just want to participate. Nice. Got some TGC already. Early unlock, 30% fee. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I can delay the gratification. I would have been cool if there was no early unlock. That's nice. I figured it was going to be locked for sure. Nah, we're good. We're good. So I took the profit. Then that's basically how I played it. So I received the airdrop. I took 50%. And I kept the other 50% just in my wallet. Today was the big pump. I tried to time the top. I took some more profit. And then I had a little moon bag left over. And then we lock up the little moon bag. And we're just going to let this ride until May 18th, 2024. Early unlock will result in the 30% fee. Hell yeah. Doxed. Nah, I'm open with you guys. If you want to send me some ETH, it's my wallet address is treecitywest.eth. Totally doxed. But yeah, shout out to the Grays currency. I think this is awesome. I'm curious what you guys think of this. So they have their DAO, and you can actually make proposals. You can see some of them have succeeded, some of them have been defeated. Some of the ones that have been defeated, obviously there's the test, but this one was pretty vague. Buy TGC and send it to the burn address. Verifying on X, automating engagement. Create treasury link. So you can see some of them are pretty good, some of them are pretty bad. The good ones, LP Builder, Dex Tools Marketing. That's probably what's happening. Double dip. So I was like, I wonder if they'd, is this a stupid idea? If it is stupid, let me know. But what if I offered to like do advertisement? Like put their logo on my channel for a month for like 1 million PLS or something. Is that a stupid idea? Let me know your thoughts on that. Yeah, I would put a link to their website on hashhead.io. They could put a little advertising banner. They could buy some advertising space on the YouTube channel. They'd definitely get in front of all the Zenians' eyes. So I wonder if that would be pretty funny. And I could back it up with numbers too. You know, the Hashhead site gets about 1,500 views per day of people checking their wallets. And I think that'd be kind of cool to have advertising like within the ecosystem. It's not like some random Google ad or something. It's going to be a TGZen ad. Or the Grays DAO ad. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm afraid it'll come off as greedy though. I'm not trying to be an asshole like that. I should pop in their Telegram. Oh, you motherfucker. I'll have to go in their Telegram another way. Doesn't hurt to ask. You'd probably have to back it up with viewer count. Yeah, for sure. I think I could too. I'd have to think about it. But that idea just came to me right before the stream. Now, they have 16 million pulse, You know, I could get their logo and their name in front of a lot of eyes for, you know, 1 million pulse. I also don't want to, you know, under ask or over ask. Like, I'm not sure what's a good amount. You know, I'm not really a marketing genius or anything, but I got a website that gets a lot of eyes. So if they want to, that'd be cool. And I like the idea of participating in a DAO for something like that. Like, that's kind of what really gets me excited about it. I think this is awesome that they actually have proposals and people vote on it. Good old PGTC buy and burn. pTGC buy and burn. So this one succeeded. What does this say? I'd like to purchase pTGC and send it to the dead address. Let's keep burning and building, my friends. So they sent, geez, 21 million pulse just to buy and burn. And a lot of people agreed. See, I love that though. That's cool. What do I want for that advertising? I was just thinking like a couple million pulse. I mean, that's how it works with the smart contract. You know, the voters approve it and then they release the pulse. So when you create the DAO proposal, it's for a certain amount of pulse. So, you know, I don't know if that's like a lot or a little, you know, just asking for 1 million. They have 16 and I think this continues to grow. I don't know. I don't even know if they would like marketing like that. When I say they though, it's kind of like us though. We're part of the community, right? Like, that's the weird thing about a DAO. Like, I'm not sure who these people are, but it could be someone in here. But yeah, congrats to them though. Congrats to all the Zenians that burn for TG Zen. Yeah, this is quite the come up for sure. When was the last time we saw a chart like this that wasn't a honeypot? Oh shit. Welcome, Dank.
Alright, let's fucking hash.
Yo, thanks for becoming a Tree City resident.
That's for the DGNs and OGs.
So yeah, not sure what else to say about them. Definitely go check them out. Follow them on Twitter, Pulse TGC. Follow TG Zen. They're always around. They're definitely responsive if you have some questions. You can hop in the Twitter Spaces. Definitely cool group of guys. It is like a tokenomics tax token, 2% LP to pair. $808 token. Not sure what that means. But all right, well, let's shift gears. Let's go check out some XenBlock stuff. If you guys are mining XenBlocks or want to learn how to mine, definitely want to learn how to mine, head over to hashhead.io. I have a link to the XenBlocks Telegram over here. Feel free to join the chat. Come over, ask some questions. You know, get to know the guys. We're all in here. We're willing to help. You know, if you need help setting up your miner, you know, understanding Linux, figuring out how to download the GitHub, how to install the prerequisites, we'll be happy to help. Craig Crypto says, don't you think it's going to crash? Are they a Pepe? I think it'll definitely crash. That's why I took some profits. But when I say crash, I don't mean like to zero or anything. When the chart goes up like that, it's going to have a healthy pullback. What you can usually do is use some kind of Fibonacci. So like go to the very peak and then go to the start of the pump. And like this would be my first guess for a pullback would be this golden pocket here. It's like 5 zeros, 5, 5. So if you are looking to buy, like I would wait for this at least, and then I would see if it holds this. Because there's a good chance it'll come right back down. Yeah. But definitely come over to hashhead.io. You can also add the XenBlocks, the Superblocks, and the Zuni token to your MetaMask. You can connect your MetaMask to the XenBlocks network, the RPC. Then you can see your amounts. You can also pop your address in the Xenium account checker here. Right now, I'm currently sitting at rank 65. Got 111,000 Xenium, 4,889 Zunis, and I have 20 super blocks, but this says 0. Unless someone stole... Which one of you motherfuckers stole all my super blocks? XenBlocks is where I become dumb. I feel that. It's taught me a lot, for sure. It's definitely humbling. Thank you, bro. Love the show. I'm fashionably late again. Still adjusting the time change. I feel that. I love it, man. Well, what I don't love is it getting dark at 5:30. But man, I like sleeping early. It makes me want to go to sleep at like 10 o'clock, which is cool with me. But one thing that's been kind of cool with XenBlocks is the constant updates. So every day we're getting new updates. If you come down to the community resources section on hashhead.io, we have links to the GitHubs, and you can pull up the official XenBlocks miner GitHub. And this is where you can run the P2P node. So I've been kind of putting some notes together for the new P2P node, and Jack, right before the stream, he announced that there's a new version. So you on the GitHub, Jack's GitHub, you can see 44 minutes ago, new version of the P2P was added. So let's go ahead and run through it. We'll do this from scratch. So if you're interested in running a P2P node, we're going to use WSL in Windows, and we're going to use my guide with the new update from Jack. So I am going to go ahead and make this big for you so you can see the screen. We're going to head over to my repository. We'll go into the P2P guide. I'll pop this in the chat if you guys want to join along and follow along. But we're basically using Windows, WSL, and Linux to run our P2P node. So I'm going to go ahead and type WSL here. So right now what it's doing, it's loading the Linux virtual machine. If you have a machine that's already running Linux, then you don't really need to load the virtual machine. You can just type these commands straight up. But since I'm running on Windows, I have to use WSL for Linux. So now I'm in my Linux virtual machine. I typed in CD to clear out my folder. Now I'm basically at the root of my, and this is the name of my PC, StreamDT. So here we are at the root. Now I can begin the P2P guide. And basically you're just going to run through each of these commands in order. Does sync node need to be running? Sync node does not need to be running. So what's cool about this is kind of its own version of sync node. So this will not only do the listener stuff, where it's pinging and talking P2P, but this also does the sync node stuff, where it creates the local database files and it creates the blockchain.db. So this new P2P sync node combination thing will actually do both. It does the functions of sync node and the listener. From my understanding anyway. So we'll do the first command, go version. You can see I have Go already installed. Go version Go 121.3. If I didn't, say this is the old version or I don't have it installed, I can remove it. But I'm not going to do that because I already have it installed. So we'll skip that. We'll move on to the uname-m. This actually just tells you if your computer is 32-bit or 64-bit. This one supports both, 86, 64, so I'm all good there. This means that we can get the 64-bit version. So this is the Linux-AMD 64-bit. And almost, I'd be really surprised if anyone is running a 32-bit machine at this point. Unless you have like a really old machine that sucks really bad. Or if you have some specialized like ARM machine. The CPU architecture. This is for AMD 64. Should work for most Windows machines. So we're going to go ahead and download the latest version of Go. Basically run through the install even though it's already installed. Alright, so we'll let this thing go. Now I'll extract the tarball. So if you're familiar with Windows, in Windows you have .zip and .rar files. In Linux you have these tar balls. They're .tar, .gz or whatever. So this is the Linux version of a compressed file or a zip file. So then you run this command to extract the compressed file. Now you can edit the bash rc file. And the next step are these three commands. These you want to add these to this bash rc file. So we open bash rc in Nano, which is our text editor, and we scroll all the way to the bottom. And we just paste that in there, just like this. It looks like fucking Christmas or something. You just paste that right in there, and this tells your computer where to find the Go folders that you just extracted. So it's basically in your past and your local Go bin folder. So you're telling that you gotta save it, you hit Control O. So now we save the bash rc file. We have to type this source command to reload the user profile. Now it'll take those new settings that we just put in that file. And at this point you should have the new version of Go. So you can type in the Go version again. It should say Go 1.21.3. If it says something else, if it says 1.18 or 1.13 or some other version, it's probably not going to work. It needs to say Go 1.21.3. If it doesn't, you have to go through these steps again. But we are good. It says 1.21.3. Next, we're going to clone the XenMiner folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and type that in, git clone, and then the link to the GitHub. Oops. So it already exists. If you already have the folder, all you have to do is type git pull, and it'll download all the changes in that folder. So that's pretty cool. You can see 2 files changed, grabbed a bunch of stuff. That's good. Now we can open our P2P node folder. So now I'm in P2P node. Now we have to initialize the P2P module. So we'll type go mod initialize P2P. It already exists. I think I need to remove that. So I'll type rm go.mod and then we'll do go mod inish. There we go. And then we do the go mod tidy. The tidy command will download all of the new Go modules. This is how you get the prerequisites. And then we run the verify. It'll check the modules, make sure the prerequisites are good. Takes a second. What's up, Crypto Bro? Welcome to the stream. Just going over the new P2P miner stuff. All right, all modules are verified. So we'll go ahead and pop this in. Let's see what happens. I want to make this full screen. So this it's always taken me a few minutes to get it to run. But then when it runs, it should work. So we'll see. There we go. So we get some messages here. Failed to find any peer in the table. Fiber 2.5. Hey, we're getting some. So we're getting some kind of response here. It doesn't look like it's working though. We're getting the same peer every time. Rows are closed. It's got the warning. But we should see like see how every one of these says warn. Like some of these should be a blue info, and that means it's a good block or whatever. So this might be on my end, or it might not be running properly yet. But this is what it should look like. But instead of warn, it should say like info and stuff. I'll go double check the chat. Let me see what Jack said exactly. Let's see here. Ah, it's Go Listener. So I'm running the wrong folder. That's why it's important to double check. So we're going to go into the XenMiner / Go Listener. Go_listener. Maybe. Oh, it's utils. I see. I see my mistake. Alright, so it's actually utilities go listener. And then in here, now we can run those commands. Let's see what this does. Alright, so it's saying the go.mod file is not found. That means I need to run the initialization of the module. And then the go mod tidy again. This will download those missing modules. So it says it can't find the modules, it can't find them in the directory. Now that we ran that, we probably just scroll up to run that same command again. And hey, look at that. We got some block numbers coming in. That's exciting. We did something right for once, guys. Hey, what's up, Crypto Cashew? Welcome. I'm thinking about pulling out a pTGC until I saw my staking rewards from people running to sell. Yeah, man. About 20 minutes ago, I just staked some pTGC. So I did take a little profits. So I mentioned I sold half when I got the airdrop. And then I sold a little more today near the top. And then I had like 10 million left that I was just going to keep as a moon bag. So I just locked it up until my birthday next year. So, yeah. So this is exciting. We got the P2P stuff. We see some fresh block numbers coming in here. We see some peer IDs. The time differential is that the ping time? Is that in milliseconds? Cool. So it's working though. That's exciting. So I wonder if this does. So I have questions. Let's go into the projects folder here. Oh no, we're running this in WSL. So if you are using WSL, you get this little penguin guy, the Linux folder, and then you can go into your root folder. So it's in my Zen miner, utilities, go listener. All right, so I was hoping it was going to be making the database files, but it looks like it's just verifying the blocks, I guess. It's testing the block number with the peer ID and the hash. So what is this doing again, P2P? Why don't we go over, I'll show you guys the little presentation I made. I haven't released this video yet. I've been sitting on it, but I kind of did this on the members only stream. Gave you some insight into the tools I use. This is Canva. This is one of the tools. I like to make the presentations in here for the videos, for the private stream. So if you're not a member yet, hit the join button down below. We have 2 membership levels. 99¢ comes with the emojis, and you also get the weekend streams. So on Saturday and Sunday, I like to talk about like my private portfolio, things outside of the Zen ecosystem. What are the DeFi I'm in? What do I like to stake? What are the, my top 5 altcoins, all that kind of stuff. Those are for Saturday and Sunday. And that comes with the 99¢ subscription per month. Also at the $4.99. So if you're interested in the Zen.game alerts, you actually get an email within, if the game timer comes within 60 minutes, 2 minutes. Holy shit. Why don't you guys tell me? My phone's blowing up over here. So yeah, you get these email alerts that I actually have on my phone right now. This email from Wes at Tree City Trading saying that there's less than 5 minutes left in the game. If you want to get these alerts, come over to the join button down below and pick up the Hashhead membership. I'll add you, then you send me your email address, I add you to the email list, and then I can even walk you through like setting up a VIP contact with a special alarm, so anytime the game gets close, your phone dings with a special ringtone. Works really well for me. It doesn't work when I have these headphones on, so that's kind of funny we missed that. But the alarms did work. We're no longer on a server. P2P is us validating our own. Yeah, we're testing it. Yep. Yeah, this is part of that test. So, Man, what are you guys doing? Why aren't you playing XenBlock game? What's gas right now? 24? Do I gotta buy a key right now? Who's gonna come front run me? Come on, guys, go buy one real quick. Where you at? If this gets under a minute, I'm gonna go buy one. I need to get the let me see if I can connect to Contabo real quick. Yeah, so this is the this is the sauce right here. As I just ruin how it looks. This is my server that's running all the different alerts that I have, including the Xen.game alert. So you see it scrolling at the top. Let me clear it out so it's easy to read. It basically has the countdown. This is the countdown clock. Technically, it's more accurate than the game clock because I'm reading the blockchain directly. Has the Xen burn, so when the Xen burn gets within a 0.015 ETH, you get an email and you get credit for those burn credits for the buy and burn pot down here, down below. You also get an email when the game resets. So when the key price changes by more than 70 or 80%, you'll get an email saying, hey, the keys are cheap, you can buy a bunch of keys. And then you also get a GUI alert. So I included it if GUI goes under 6, you get an email alert that says, hey, it's time to mint some Xen. So to get those alerts, you can become a hash head down below. Man, what are you guys doing? You're making me nervous over here. This says a minute 44. Yeah, so see my counter updated before the Xen.game website did. So I'm pretty proud of that. I'm reading the blockchain directly rather than the website. Which, I mean, the website is too, but it's kind of an extra step. Let me see if I can make this big. Is this too big? That did nothing. Alright, minute 30. Who's gonna degen? I'm trying to drain value like that to this bull market. Man, you're funny. I only create games, I don't play them. Alright, we're down to a minute. What are you guys doing here? See, my countdown says a minute 33. What's happening? Hit it with the refresh. Yeah, see? See? We got this shit. That's crazy. Alright. Now my shit's tripping though. Someone just come in. Where's the reset at? We're only at 60%. Keys are cheap right now. Man, what was I even about to talk about? Oh yeah, what is P2P? We're gonna talk about this huge blockchain concept that is like definitely some interesting stuff. Or we can play this degen game. I kinda want the degen game. I just need someone to come through and buy like 100 keys real quick. Should I burn my keys? Get my $2 worth of ETH. Alright, I need you guys to flood the blockchain real quick. Jesus, $6. What's GUI at? It's gotta be like 30. Hit 25. Honk. Isn't that a Bitcoin ordinal? We were gonna talk about BitMaps tonight too. I gotta wrap it up in a few minutes though. I got some things to do. What the fuck? Who's smashing the buy button right now? Fine, have my $6. Did my transaction fail? I hope so. Hey, it didn't fail. This is something else that's kind of silly. That was a total waste. Motherfuckers got me. Nah, that's for you guys. That's for the stream. I want to see what happens here, though. Why is no one doing it? Do the thing, guys. Make number go big. Talking about P2P takes me back to Y2K, bro. For sure. For sure. Honk. How much ETH can I waste? What's the bot set to? 30 seconds? Is there a bot? Oh boy. Let me see here. Let's log back into Contabo and see the fine, honk. God damn it. I'll send it. Less than 30 seconds. Alright, everybody go home. Show's over. Time to pack it up. Motherfuckers. What is wrong with you? Who did that? It was one of you motherfuckers, wasn't it? This is what I do when I'm at work too. Like I'm like, it is not good. Gambling's not good. What is this game called? The Greatest Fool? Yeah. It's called Throw Your ETH Away. But then burns in. It's a good move if you got an Apex, though. Yeah. See, Crypto Bro, my thought is that there just you might be lucky where the network overloads for like 30 seconds and no one else can make the transaction. We gotta get Wes the $6 back. Hit the like down below. Super chats are open. No, just kidding. Hey, there we go. All right, 15 keys. We got some time now. We can talk about the P2P stuff real quick, and then I gotta run. But this is a little presentation I was working on. I want to make a little informative video. I wanted to do it last week, but it didn't really work out. But we'll talk about it real quick while we got you. Big Brother's about to be on. I'll be right down, babe. But so what is P2P? P2P is a network where all participants share resources equally. It's how blockchain works. It's fundamental for a distributed ledger. You have to have P2P, otherwise you have a middleman. Otherwise you have a central entity, a centralized bank. And that doesn't work. That's not what we're here for. That is not blockchain. So for blockchain to work, for Bitcoin to work, for crypto to work, you have to do P2P. And it's the fundamentals of a distributed ledger system. It ensures data integrity through unalterable records. It's immutable. That means that records are not alterable. You can't go back and, change the blockchain record. That breaks the chain. It's impossible. And that is critical for trust and transparency in blockchain applications. So you need P2P. P2P is what makes a blockchain immutable, and that's because it writes it to the ledger. And when it writes it to the ledger, to the chain, it's stored on that chain. You can't change the data, or else it fundamentally alters the chain. And P2P networks also used for the consensus mechanism. It's the process of achieving agreement across the network. To achieve that agreement, people have to chat with each other. The nodes have to chat, person to person, peer to peer. That's what the P2P is. And it's the process of achieving the agreement across the network by my node talking to your node, P2P, and we say, hey, this is the right block. Let's vote for this block. And that's the fundamental of the blockchain. It's how it works. And hey, shout out to you guys, man. Shaka Vibes and Crypto Bro, thank you so much.
Shut the fuck
All right.
up.
Let's
Oh shit, wrong
hash.
button.
That's for the DGNs and OGs.
Hell yeah. So how are we implementing P2P with XenBlocks? It's stake-based voting. The nodes will stake Xenium to vote on proposed blocks, and the weight of their votes proportional to the stake. So that's the proof of stake side. That's the staking. So you're going to stake your Xenium, and then what those nodes do is they submit their blocks. They're the proposers or whatever to the miners via P2P. So block proposal and voting. P2P is used for block proposal and voting. Elected block proposers broadcast proposed blocks to the network, and then miners hear those proposals. They pick up the blocks over the P2P network, and then they mine it and verify it. So to have that handoff between the nodes that have the staked Xenium and the miners that are finding the hashes, they have to communicate, and they communicate over the P2P network. Right now, we're communicating with a one-time, with a central server, the main Jack server, essentially. So we're basically, everyone's talking to Jack server, and that's why we had the downtime over the last 2 days. Jack was upgrading his server to better equipment. He had to shut his old server down and migrate it, and that caused the downtime. It caused a little wonkiness with the tools on Zen.pub and Hashhead. And that's because it's centralized. If it was decentralized, which is what we're working towards, it would be using P2P, and then instead of asking Jack's server for the entire blockchain, I could ask, Howler or Crypto Bro or Shaka or, Cray Crypto. I could ask your nodes for the entire blockchain. And that it kind of becomes a web that makes the blockchain what's the right word? I almost said invulnerable. I guess it's invincible. You could take out nodes and you could take out individual peers, but we could just talk to each other P2P and spread the blockchain that way. And that's why you need people mining and running nodes. Bitcoin needs node runners for people to copy the blockchain from. And that's how you achieve consensus with the P2P protocol. So every node is both a contributor and a user. So you're not only sending and broadcasting the blockchain, but you're also receiving the new blocks and verifying them. So you're not only a contributor, but you're also a user. You're not just a broadcaster, but you're a listener. And it forms this resilient network without central points of failure. Everybody is their own central point. You're your own server. You're your own node. You have your own data. And you verify, and you're not just talking to Jack's server when we're in a real P2P environment. So nodes across the network participate in validating transactions and blocks. This ensures a distributed and democratic consensus process. The voting, we're essentially voting over the P2P network. And transactions and blocks are disseminated quickly through the P2P network. And that's the fast and reliable consensus. So to get these 1 second blocks, we have to have fast voting, and it happens over this P2P consensus network. So the benefits of P2P, it's decentralization, enhances security by eliminating single points of failure, it's scalable, it facilitates faster transaction validation and block creation, and it's resilient. If a bunch of nodes go down, or say, a service goes down, like all the GPU miners on VAST go down. Well, in a real P2P active network, it can self-heal by spinning up more nodes, and those nodes going down won't affect the nodes that are still running. And everybody can talk to those nodes that are still running and keep the network active and alive. Can Wes actually get any cooler? Hey. Shout out to Diabra, thanks. So, it requires robust protocols. You know, that's why we're dealing with what we're dealing with. That's what Jack is designing the robust protocol that is XenBlocks. Must balance incentives to encourage widespread and honest participation, and that's on both sides. You need the people staking their Xenium for the nodes, but you also need people running miners to verify, and everybody wants to get those rewards. So I'll have to update this slide. This is just how we were testing it. Python and Go script testing, validating the seamless node connectivity. We're checking the peer discovery and connection stability. That was the old listener that I was talking about there. And then the propagation tests, we're simulating transaction and block distribution. And that's kind of what this is here. You know, these blocks, we're kind of simulating a P2P network. You can see the peers that I'm getting these blocks from in this peer-to-peer network. You can see the block numbers. You can see the hash that's being verified by these different peers. And we're simulating this data propagation. It's pretty awesome. So those are my notes. I'll finish up the whole video eventually. I was planning on doing it last weekend, but we'll probably do it next weekend. But shout out to the 17 watchers. But on that note, I think I gotta wrap it up. My wife's gonna kill me. Shout out to Janet Rakuten, aka Allie. We're gonna go watch Big Brother, but I'm 10 minutes late right now, so I'm gonna run. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you have a good Wednesday. We will be back tomorrow talking about XenBlocks, talking about Bitcoin and crypto, having a good old time. I really appreciate the super chats. Thank you so much, Crypto Bruh, Shaka Vibes, everybody. Really appreciate the support. Hope you guys have a good evening, and I will be back tomorrow. Again, thank you for watching. Tree City Trading is out. My name's Wes. Stay Zen.